And good morning. This is your friendly neighborhood Tironan, and today we're going to be reviewing the LAG 5, or I should say LA 5. Okay, yesterday's video was all about the LA 5, and now we have it fully upgraded. And so, what's the difference here? Better engine. We now have 280 survivability points, and the most important one, in my opinion, is the three 20 millimeter cannons, which gives you a gun armament of 325. Oh, well, that's nice. So what? Okay, so back before you were looking at this, and 182 at tier 6 is pretty poor. Okay. When you start looking at this with the three guns and 325, it puts it up there with just about everything else, and you're in pretty good shape. Uh, Add to this, you've got maneuverability that you can pretty much in the maneuverability aspect on the against the BF 109, for instance, you have a good 50 points or so, and when you start looking at the P51D, I'm sorry, P51A, you have a good 100 points in hand, which is pretty significant. Where they're going to get you is high speed, because your airspeed, and the weakness of the LA5 is its airspeed. And altitude performance was where it hurt. And World of Warplanes, quite frankly, gives all planes strengths and weaknesses. Probably the most searing example is the Hayabusa, where you get unparalleled maneuverability and so speed, and really weak. So anyway, in your health pool, you're doing just about as good as everybody else. The high end tends to be around 300, the low end about 260, and it's the LA5 is sitting right in the middle of them. So you're in pretty good shape there. Okay, so let's move on here. We're going to be at the air base. As things go, this is not the most favorable map to the LA5 because it tends to be a little higher altitude. How much of a difference that makes, I don't know. We'll find out.
Get ready for battle. Good luck.
Give it a try and see how we do here. We're going to change the settings here to get rid of the sound because I have noticed that we get buzzing when the sound is on. So let's go ahead and there. Let's see if we can make sure we don't have any buzzing. Okay, we just move right along. And I think I have two more Soviet aircraft with me here. F4F and an A6M2. And we want to grab that airbase so we'll have a spawn point. There's a Beaufighter up there. Perhaps two. This one looks like it's going to come in range. And you've got a good long range on your armament as well. And it doesn't take very long to light him up. We're going to lay off the trigger for a moment. These guns do overheat. You do not want to overheat them. Slows you down, kills your efficiency. Just lighten up on your trigger finger once in a while, and you should be in pretty good shape. Alright, that looks like a good victim. And he hasn't got much left. Let's see if we can just touch him up and finish it off. A little touch up for you. Alright. And one more. We're going to do a clean, well, three more. There's one. And that's it. All right. Obviously, the three 20 millimeter armament setup works very well for this aircraft. It's not going to make anybody think that you've got the second coming of a P-51 with 320s, however, because right around 4,000 feet you run out of altitude. And that SE 100 is just beyond my reach. Just can't get to him. Okay, so we'll just kind of keep an eye on him. He's going to mosey off on his general direction, and unless I want to chase him all day, and I don't, I want to help out over here. There's a BF-110, Simon. I believe it's a bot. There's a Beaufighter. I'll go ahead and take him. And you notice your speed isn't awful, but it's just not. In a land of aircraft approaching 700 is probably a little slow. Now that's mitigated somewhat by the reach of your weapons and the effectiveness of your weapons. Obviously, if you can get within about 2,300 feet, you can own lots of aircraft. Okay, so we've captured that zone. I see an F4F. Justin, that's going to be another bot, I believe. Just on the general principle, we got enemy aircraft in our sky. We want to take them out. Good maneuverability in this aircraft. About 100 points below a Spitfire. So, and 0 is going to give you another 100 points on top of that, right? So you want to make sure as best you can that you don't get into turning dogfights with them. But you're not going to run away from anybody with this aircraft. That's one problem about turn and burn aircraft. Once you're locked into it, you're kind of stuck. That poor guy has got no chance at all because he has got the attention of everybody in the world on him. Okay. And I see Simon's just going to make a nuisance of himself until he does get taken out. So we're going to make the effort and see if we can make this kind of a half-tail feather high-altitude fighter if I can get him in range. Now you notice, very quick, we didn't overheat the guns or anything, and he's gone. No problem tracking him at all. And we have fighters coming in. And I'm pointing the wrong direction. There's an F4F. If you allow enemy aircraft to stay in your sky, they do nothing but cause trouble. Alright. Got a Yak 1 over here. And a P39Q-15. Now you haven't got a great boost on this aircraft, which is kind of irritating. But notice sniping is no problem at all. Put the Yak 1 up quite nicely. There's number 3. That's our SE 100. He's got a hell of a punch in his back, and I am real suspicious of that other aircraft. Okay. Again, excellent performance in a turn. Excellent performance with the guns. Excellent reach on the guns. I don't know what an Akamazuko medal is, but we just got one. I think that's the third time I want to shoot down that F4F. How come I get 2 aircraft and some of these guys tend to come back to see them 3 and 4 times? Sheesh. Not right. All right. I watched this Potep in action, and he's pretty good. I don't know if he's a bot or whatever, but or it was just a good aircraft or is an actual player, but he's a darn good pilot. And I've watched him tear apart too many of my teammates already for me to be happy with him around. So we're going to go ahead and light him up a little bit. And then we're going to take on the Yak 1. And there he goes. That BF-10, that's Simon, that's a bot again. He just likes to hang out and kill my teammates. But with 320s, he's gone. Now, we have the XP-44, Mr. Hall. And I just spent a long time in an IL-2T. And I got to tell you, if you got somebody that's flying ground attack aircraft for you, take a moment, show them a little appreciation. That's a tough job. All right. And I got taken out by a bomb finally. Well, that's all right. We made some progress there. We're going to have to take another cap, obviously. And that's it for me. All right, well, I've done all that I can do here. If we don't have some success in taking another cap, they're going to lose. What do I think of the aircraft? Well, obviously the aircraft is not going to be a big hindrance to you doing what you want to do. I wish it was a little faster. You could wish a lot of things, but the aircraft will do everything you need it to do. This is a fairly high altitude map. We were operating above our altitude without a whole lot of issue most of this game. Now, as an altitude fighter, it's going to be happier below 4,000 feet. It's also going to be an aircraft that's going to be a little happier in a turn and burn fight than it is in a flat drag race. It's not going to win that. Not going to outturn everything, but there's not a whole lot of reason for you to get into a lot of close range dogfighting furballs. You've got the range and you've got the maneuverability to put your sights on just about any aircraft near you. And then it's just a matter of using those beautiful 320s to finish up the job. And that is the LE-5. Very good aircraft. And as it goes to show here, I don't care how good I do. I'm some of these medals I've never seen before, so I guess we had one hell of a game. But it doesn't really matter. We still lost. Nonetheless, the aircraft is shown off to effect. We'll go ahead and look and see what I got out of it, just because I'm curious. And some of these medals I've never seen before. So. Okay, so we shot down 16 aircraft, assisted with 3 more. Let's do the summary screen real quick. Made some money, got some experience, got 3 tokens out of it. Well, I'm not going to cry too much about that. And came in number 1, but it was on the losing side. Okay, so there it goes. As a team, we just didn't get it done, and no matter how good I did, I didn't really do well enough to pull the team along. So that's as much my fault as the guys that didn't do well at all. All right, this is a great aircraft. You're going to enjoy the heck out of it. The maneuverability is, like I said, it's going to come in between a Spitfire and a B-50, BF-109. The airspeed is marginal. It is. I'm sorry. At this level, it's just marginal. Survivability is okay. And I mean that was a real okay. It's perfectly acceptable. There's a lot of aircraft. 300 HP, I doubt that you'd be able to tell too much difference. But the gun armaments are what make this shine. Between this and this and this, I mean, the altitude performance is 4,000 feet, but it behaved just fine, 55, 59. This is going to be a fun aircraft for you. I certainly enjoyed flying it. I'm looking forward to flying it again. And you can't really ask too much more than a fighter than what we got, right? Okay, that will cover today's video segment, and I wanted to thank you for spending the day with me and watching the vid. If you like it, please do hit the like button, and I need subscribers desperately. I'm a new content provider, and I humbly thank you for watching. Bye-bye.